Good evening and thank you for joining us for TKO8 Local News. 4 persons were arrested Monday afternoon when authorities served a search warrant in Baxter County after they made several controlled drug buys from the suspects. Arrested were Gassville residents 59-year-old Herbert Leonard Kissinger, 37-year-old Jonathan Robert Rouse, 44-year-old Carl Joseph Cox, and Mountain Home resident 24-year-old Michael Stanislawski. For the felony charges, Kissinger and Rouse will appear in circuit court, while Cox and Stanislawski are set to appear in district court for their misdemeanor charges. Agency involved in the operation were the Baxter County Sheriff's Office, Mountain Home Police, and the Arkansas State Police. Well, for the Harrison Board of Education, April 26th was a late night, and April 27th was an early morning. In a 7.5-hour hearing that adjourned at 1:30 a.m., the board voted to accept the recommendation of Superintendent Mindy Moss to terminate the employment of Skyline Heights Elementary School instructional facilitator Andrea Pendarvis. The vote on the recommendation, which followed a 70-minute executive session, was 5-2, with John Burnside, Warden Adair, Rhonda Purdy, John Sherman, and Rosalind Slavic voting in favor, and Mitch Magnus and Mark Martin voting against. Superintendent Moss listed 4 reasons for termination, the primary reason being that Pendarvis changed the lesson plans that had been prearranged between 4th grade teacher Megan Hovis, who was on maternity leave, which led to numerous instances of confrontations with other 4th grade teachers. The board unanimously agreed that each point was true. The Harrison City Council is expected to pass a resolution tonight in support of Boone County's ballot issue asking voters to renew the 0.25% sales tax to support the jail and law enforcement. Judge Robert Hathaway and Sheriff Mike Moore spoke to aldermen last month and stressed the importance of the tax. Hathaway said that if the jail tax is not renewed by voters, it will mean a 16% cut across the board in the total county budget. He also said the grants the county hands out on a yearly basis might also dry up. Moore added that the 0.25% voter-approved sales tax is to support law enforcement and will sunset December 31st if not renewed by voters. Also during the meeting, aldermen are expected to approve a change order for new water meters being replaced. You'll be able to see the complete proceedings tomorrow on TKO8.com. Well, North Arkansas College has announced that Arkansas Governor Asa Hutchinson will give the commencement address at the commencement ceremonies coming up Saturday, May the 7th at 10 a.m. in Pioneer Pavilion on North Ark's South Campus. The governor is chairman of the Southern Regional Education Board, chairman of the Southern States Energy Board, and vice chairman of the National Governors Association Homeland Security and Public Safety Committee. Before being elected governor, Hutchinson served as director of the Drug Enforcement Administration and as the first undersecretary of the Department of Homeland Security. Voters in Arkansas's 3rd District also elected him to Congress 3 times. A graduate of the University of Arkansas Law School, Hutchinson, at the young age of 31, was appointed by President Reagan as the nation's youngest U.S. attorney. The college will award 707 degree certificates or certificates of proficiency to 564 graduates this year. And a reminder for you all, National Take Back Day for prescription and over-the-counter medications is this Saturday, as in this Saturday, April the 30th. The Boone County Sheriff's Office will be taking those items from 8 a.m. to noon at the Sheriff's Office at 5800 Law Drive. And they actually have a drop box in the lobby that citizens can use at any time, 24 hours a day. Sheriff Mike Moore says that he also wants to stress that they offer this service for individuals only and not for businesses or healthcare providers. So be sure to clean out those medicine cabinets and bring your items there on National Take Back Day. Coming up, we'll take a look at some headlines from around the region, but first, here's this week's livestock report from Sammy Klein, brought to you by Quality Feed Grains of Harrison and Belfont.
This is Sammy Klein, Federal State Livestock Market News Service, reporting sales to North Arkansas Livestock Auction and Green Forest for Wednesday, April 27th. Cattle receipts $5.59, last week $8.88, year ago $1,053. Compared to last week, feeder steers under 600 pounds stayed at $5 higher, except the 450 to 500 pounders $3 lower. Feeder heifers both to $1 to $3 lower, with the 350 to 400 pounds $10 lower, and the 5 to 550 pounds $1 higher. Feeder bulls under 600 pounds $2 to $4 lower, 6 to 650 pounds $5 higher. Slaughter cows and bulls steady. Feeder steers, medium large ones, 3 to 400 pounds $191 to $212. 4 to 500 pounds, $165 to $190. 5 to 600 pounds, $155 to $172. 6 to 650 pounds, $152 to $158. 7 to 800 pounds, $132 to $142. Feeder heifer, medium large ones, 300 to 400 pounds, 160 to 185, 400 to 500 pounds, 148 to 164, 5 to 600 pounds, 132 to 159, 6 to 650 pounds, a few at 132 to 135. Replacement cows, medium large ones and twos, 2 to 7-year-old, 900 to 1,300 pounds, second stage, a few at 1,100 to 1,185 per head. Cow calf pairs, medium large 1 to 2, 2 to 7-year-old, 900 to 1,250 pound calves, 1 to 250 pound calves at size 1,000 to 1,600 per pair. 7 to 10-year-old cows and 1 to 300 pound calves at size at 975 to 1,285 per pair. Slaughter cows, boners, 71 to 78, high dress 79 to 84. Lean, 68 to 76, high dress 77 to 83, low dress 61 to 68. Slaughter bulls, you raise 1s and 2s, 1,100 pounds, 90 to 101.50, high dress 1 at 103.50, low dress 1 at 80. That's Market Day. Sammy Klein reporting. Thank you.
Your Tundra can haul loads of gravel.
It can, but I'm busy.
How about cinder blocks?
Yeah, no. Going riding.
Let's pull out stumps.
Rather go fishing.
Gravel is back.
Okay, enough with the gravel.
The 2016 Toyota Tundra, for those who believe play is the new word. Qualified buyers get 0% APR for 60 months plus $1,500 special edition cash on a new 2016 Special Edition Tundra for a total savings over $5,700. Toyota, let's go places.
Spring has already started at Sisters Flower and Gift Shop. The ladies at Sisters have created some beautiful spring floral arrangements, and new home accent items are arriving daily. You'll also find a great selection of centerpieces, unique birdhouses, wall decor, and many other great gift items. Come by and check out the many Razorback items on display. From handcrafted metalware, dinnerware, serving pieces, tabletop items, and cooking utensils, Sisters has just the right item for any occasion. Catch the spring fever at Sisters Flower and Gift Shop. We are so much more than flowers. Plants, plants, and more plants. That's what you'll find at Camps Plants in Harrison. Perennials, annuals, ferns, hanging baskets, and the largest selection of garden vegetables in the area. With different varieties arriving weekly, you're sure to find the perfect plant, shrub, or tree at the best price in the area. Camps Plants and Business for over 30 years in Harrison.
Stop and shop. Wayford's and Neighbor Shop.
No one saves you and your family money like Edwards Grocery does. Check out this week's specials. Bone-in sirloin roast, only 79 cents per pound with a family pack. Best Choice granulated sugar, 2 for $3. Dole golden ripe pineapples, only 99 cents each. Selected varieties, Peter Pan peanut butter, 3 for $5. And chicken leg quarters, only $4.99 in the 10-pound bag.
Edwards Grocery, saves you money.
Here's another satisfied client from Dental Creations of Harrison.
That several people complain about after a year it doesn't fit, it doesn't feel right. And it's because your mouth changes. And they offer the final set of dentures. And it's just like your own teeth. I eat corn on the cob, I eat steak, and Wanda and Dave and Tara was my personal person in there. They're awesome people in there.
Dental Creations on the square in Harrison, next to the Big Red Boot.
A shooting at the Northwest Arkansas Walmart parking lot last Friday involving Benton County Sheriff's Office deputies is being investigated by Arkansas State Police. Bill Sadler, who is the spokesman for the state police, says that the prosecutor's office asked the agency to investigate the shooting. Now, the incident in Rogers was mentioned in a Monday memo sent by the mayors and police chiefs of Bentonville and Rogers to Benton County Justices of the Peace just hours before the Committee of the Whole was to start interviewing candidates for interim sheriff. Officials say the deputies notified the Rogers dispatch shortly before midnight Friday that they planned on an operation in the parking lot of a major local retailer. The requesting deputy asked Rogers Police to stay out of the area. Well, less than 10 minutes later, Rogers Police were informed that shots had been fired in the parking lot, placing an untold number of citizens and passersby in danger. A Sherwood Elementary School teacher accused of giving alcohol to more than 30 minors at an after-prom party has been suspended. 48-year-old Marcy Duncan, who works at William Jefferson Clinton Elementary School, is suspended pending an internal investigation in accordance with district policy. Duncan teaches 4th grade and has worked at the school for 8 years, according to the school's website. Now, Duncan was arrested Sunday and charged with 33 counts of contributing to the delinquency of a minor, 33 counts of furnishing alcohol to a minor, 2 counts of third-degree endangering the welfare of a minor, and violation of the Arkansas Social Host Law. A Pulaski County Sheriff's Sergeant has been arrested on preliminary mail fraud charges for his alleged role in a scheme to steal department money to buy guns for personal use. U.S. Attorney Christopher Thayer says that Sergeant Kelvin Hendricks was arrested as he arrived to work. Agents also arrested Jennifer Gann on a similar charge. Gann is an employee of Cruz Uniforms and Equipment, where the guns were purchased. Thayer said the FBI discovered that Hendricks and Gunn allegedly stole county money that was to be used to buy employee uniforms and instead bought about 25 guns. Hendricks is on administrative leave without pay, and the two face up to 20 years in prison and up to $250,000 in fines if convicted. A federal appeals court panel has upheld a lower court ruling that an Arkansas state trooper can be sued by the family of a man who died after being arrested for driving while intoxicated. The 3-judge panel of the 8th Circuit Court of Appeals voted 2-1 in an opinion released Wednesday that Trooper Zachary Owens is not entitled to immunity. The opinion says the allegations are sufficient that Owens acted with deliberate indifference and created an inference of malice. Owens allegedly failed to seek medical attention for Jeffrey Barton when Barton was arrested in 2011 after an auto accident in Malvern. Barton died several hours later in a holding cell. Now, the dissenting judge wrote that Owens couldn't have known Barton had a heart condition that would contribute to his death. Arkansas lawmakers have rejected an attempt to increase funding for the state's pre-kindergarten program, which is one of several initiatives the Democrats are looking to boost money for as the state's budget is finalized. The Joint Budget Committee has rejected by a 13-22 party line vote a proposal to increase the funding for the Arkansas Better Chance program from $1 million to $121 million in the coming year. Supporters of the proposal highlighted the benefits of the pre-K program and noted that it hasn't had a funding increase in several years. The proposal is among several funding changes lawmakers are considering as legislative leaders hope to wrap up this year's session by next week. The panel is also considering a proposal to tap $1 million in surplus money for state libraries. Well, before we get to your weather forecast, we'll take a look at how the stock market ended today. Well, taking a look at the weather forecast, it's a little up and down right now, but that's spring in Arkansas, right? Can't go wrong there. Well, let's see. Let's just get right after it. We are looking for, well, a pretty nice night tonight. We're looking for an overnight low around 54, but pretty cool for the most part. But tomorrow, we're going to see the possibility of showers and thunderstorms coming into the forecast in the afternoon. It'll be mostly cloudy otherwise with a high near 71, but there is a 60% chance of those showers, and we'll see how that goes. But then Friday night, showers are going to continue, and it's pretty much going to be that way. Overnight low of 61. Saturday, 50% chance of showers remains in the forecast. Otherwise, mostly cloudy with high near 76. And then Saturday, chance of rain drops off considerably, and we'll look for an overnight low around 55. Then from there on, we're looking to be pretty nice, actually, with lots of sun and mild temperatures and a comfortable spring and a great way to ride out the month of April and slide on into spring. Hey, coming up, we'll take a look at your sports in just a moment.
Spring has arrived in the Ozarks. This is Brent Carell inviting you to Carell Family Gardens and Gifts in Harrison. Whether you need an entirely new landscape or simply need a rose to brighten up a corner of your backyard, we have a large selection of trees and shrubs. We also have Harrison's largest selection of pottery, from terracotta clay pots to gorgeous glazed pots in every imaginable color, shape, and size. Perhaps you're looking for garden benches, outdoor pillows, fountains, lanterns, or maybe just the right gift for someone? We have an array of home decor and gift items. Maybe you need something for your young children or grandchildren? We carry a full inventory of fun items to create fairy gardens and yard art. Are you ready to garden? We carry all the spring vegetables and seeds you need to get your garden growing, along with compost and fertilizer. As the weather continues to warm, we'll have a dizzying display of blooming annuals, perennials, hanging baskets, ferns, roses, and hydrangeas. Correll Family Gardens and Gifts is your locally owned garden and home store located at the north end of Goblin Drive at Industrial Park Road.
Brewster the Rooster here, thanking all of you for offering up a name for me and enjoying the great deal on crispy, crunchy chicken from the Chicken House in Harrison. And an extra special thank you to Joe Carter for coming up with my name, Brewster the Rooster. I'm telling you, I know the family is proud. Yeah. So come see me at the Chicken House and enjoy a great meal for lunch or dinner or both. The Chicken House, the official home of me, Brewster the Rooster.
Well, Cotter had mixed results Wednesday as their baseball and softball teams took on Bergman in the 3A1 East District Tournament at the Community First Bank Sports Complex in Harrison. The Lady Panthers tied the game at the bottom of the seventh inning in the softball game, but the Lady Warriors had a walk-off base hit in the last half of the inning to post the 4-3 victory. Cotter will take on Yellville Summit on Friday. Now, Cotter did not fare quite as well on the baseball field as they lost to Bergman by a final of 15-8. The Panthers' next opponent on Friday will be Valley Springs. Former Arkansas State punter Luke Ferguson and defensive back Raziel Velges have been named to the 2016 National Football Foundation and College Hall of Fame Hampshire Honor Society. The society is comprised of college football players from all divisions of play who've maintained a cumulative 3.2 GPA or better throughout their college career. Now, Arkansas State has seen 19 players named to the NFF Hampshire Honor Society since being formed in 2007. Well, in a thrilling Sun Belt match play final, second seed Troy topped number one seed Georgia State on Wednesday afternoon 3-2 in extra holes to win the conference championship. Troy's Luke Moser hit a 2-foot birdie putt off the first playoff hole to lift Troy past Georgia State in the Sun Belt Men's Golf Championship match at the Raven Golf Club. Now, it was the first match play event in Sun Belt history at the top, as the top four teams in the final team standings qualified for match play semifinals. Now, with the win, Troy earns the Sun Belt's automatic berth to the NCAA regionals after earning an at-large berth last season. The 2016 title is the first for Troy in men's golf, and the NCAA men's golf selections will be announced on Monday, May the 5th. Well, Adam Wainwright pitched into the sixth inning for the first win and hit a 3-run triple in St. Louis's fifth straight offensive outburst, lifted the Cardinals to an 11-4 win over the Arizona Diamondbacks last night. St. Louis scored 18 combined runs in 2 games to close out a sweep over San Diego and had 15 in splitting the first 2 against Arizona. Wainwright gave up homers to Brandon Drury and Paul Goldschmidt, but ended his worst start since 2012 behind the Cardinals' big run support. The 4-game series wraps up tonight in Phoenix. Now, Michael Wacha starts for the Cardinals, while the Diamondbacks go with Ruby De La Rosa. Well, a fantasy football company partly owned by Dallas quarterback Tony Roma is fighting the NFL in court again, this time claiming the league is interfering with a second attempt to hold a fan convention by asking sponsors not to participate. A Dallas judge has granted Romo's company, Fan Expo LLC, a temporary injunction that bars the NFL from contacting sponsors after video game company EA Sports withdrew this week from the event planned for the Los Angeles Arena in July. Now, the inaugural event was supposed to be last summer in Vegas, but was called off after organizers accused the NFL of threatening players with fines or suspensions if they participated because of the venue's ties to gambling. In asking for a temporary injunction, Fan Expo lawyers claim the NFL is trying to get the event canceled again. Well, that's a wrap for today's broadcast, and I do hope and look forward to seeing you again sometime. Dennis is out with a little bit of a stuffy nose. That's why I'm sitting here today. But with all that said, be sure to check out the City Council meeting tomorrow on TKO8.com. Enjoy the rest of the evening and all the fine and dandy Me TV programming that we have for you. And until next time, good night, everybody.
KTKO Channel 8 Harrison. Local television worth watching.